He said turd.
Yeah.
Dit naartoe klemmen, dit ga ik.
But it's okay. I have coffee. I'm doing low torque mode today just because I feel like it. I think it'll be fine. I want to see if it takes the whine out of the power supply. And if it does, I'm going to go into the settings with the torque key back in and turn the power down on the wheelbase till the power supply stops screaming. Because the power supply be doing shit like on the holding force. Which is, I don't know, fine, I guess. But also kind of annoying. The Bruce McLaren special, he says.
Yeah.
Like a book.
Speaking of shirts, super duper. It's early, man. It's here. I'm gonna get it done. 7 a.m. Come on. Kick it to 'em. hopefully after all that, this shit works, right? This guy. Welcome everybody, as always. Welcome back down in the basement. This is the www.Simgear.club's affiliate channel doing affiliate things. Please, if you like us, do this. You can use our affiliate link to buy stuff from Fanatec if you like that kind of crap. It's really good for this. Maybe not so much for everything else. I'm using the Back from the Dead on low torque mode, and we're going to see how it works today. And if I like it like this, it does what I think it's going to do, I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to turn down the, which one here? I'll tell you which one. The strength. Yeah, I'm going to turn the strength down to like 38. I feel if I turn it down to 38, it's going to stop screaming at me. So, right out of the bat, low torque mode. I think that puts it at like a 12 versus like the supposed 20 that they say, which is really only like 17. And even at 17, I think it's more like 15. So, more like a 10, 12. I guess more representative of their current motor, so maybe it's good. I don't know. We'll find out. Hopefully you were here yesterday and you saw my explanation of what these are. Like these motors, they're basically like a stepper motor that has three-phase, like, you know, power wires. And then it has a sensor board that has, this particular one has an optical sensor and a a magnetic positioning sensor. So like the hall sensor can be pretty intricate. So I mean, you're not going to get the full forcing and stuff like that because that's a completely different system, and there's more poles in that motor than this motor. But you're going to get pretty close. And I think once you start turning it down, it gets better. So like I think the default settings are maybe a touch too strong. And you'll get a little more from it if you just, even 2 clicks off the force strength or whatever off the top, I think it's probably going to help this motor out a lot. Because right now, or well, yesterday and like the day before, I noticed that there's like, kind of not a dead spot is per se, but like a wall of force feedback in the center. And then once you get past that, it changes. So maybe, like I said, just down a couple of clicks. And it won't be so hard to turn through the center. Mainly with the race cars. Like the race cars that have the big wide sticky tires, they like have a different like characteristic through the centers and the corners and stuff than like a comfort tire or like a sports tire. I tried to get my wife to cut my hair today. I said, all right, honey, so today when, you know, we'll get together and we'll put the Kylo Ren helmet on and you just cut around the bottom. She's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm like, why? So I gotta go find a place to get a haircut. I don't know where yet. If I go to the barber, they're just gonna cut it like they always do, and I hate that. I want it like cut a certain way, so I'm gonna have to go find some salon or some places that's gonna do the hair the way I want it to. Because like that's what I want. I want the Kylo Ren helmet hair. Like right now, it's unmanageable. Woo! Look at that car. That paint is so deep. Go! Oh my god, what am I talking about now? I talk about crazy stuff when I do this, don't I? Uh-oh. They're gonna come get me, man. They're gonna come get me. That guy's out there on the lawn swinging a direct drive motor at me. What do I do? He's got two of them attached to a chain like some kind of weird Mad Max weapon. Ah! So seriously though, if I buy like Simgear stuff from Nanchang, can I get like wet market shit from there, or is it like, you know, not like one of those things? Because they go right through customs. They don't stop for nothing, man. They could put whatever they want in there and send it to you. Weakness of the Americans, right? Looking for some cheap shit, getting worked around on Amazon. Bastards.
Yeah.
I'll figure you out, Stream Elements. That's what leads me to believe it's Stream Elements, because it's across both PCs that it does this. With that weird ass, like, thing. Yeah, dog, it's a whole lap. Yeah, dog, it's a lap.
Yeah.
What's in there? Nothing. What's in here? Nothing. Oh wait, is there a new one? Let's look. You gotta look every now and again. It might just be free something sitting here. Nope. How much for the extra cafes? I certainly hope I didn't mess up this wireless quick release. I won't, I don't even want to say it. I'm not gonna say it. I thought I damaged it, because like I said the F-bomb a couple of times, because like I have like, I'm older these days. I'm almost like, you know, half a century, half a yard, whatever, half a football field, whatever you want to call it. And you know, like my eyes don't work really good, and like when I start to focus, they work even worse. I'm gonna change my car for this one. 700 or less, Germany. Look at that Quattro. That's 560 already. Jesus. Here, this isn't right. So anyway, as I was saying, so like my eyes aren't as good. So like, you know, and then when my eyes start, you know, getting bad, like I start fumbling. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I drop shit. So I dropped something that's very vital, and it could be why the power button, or not the power button, the circle button doesn't work as good as you want it to. But I don't know, I could be wrong. You know, it's just a little sticky sometimes. It needs to get woken up. Oh, I'm using this car. I'm using this car. Oh no, I'm using this car. I'm using this car. I don't ever get to use this car. And this car, they still race this car all over the place. This car's like 25 years old or some shit like that, and they're still racing it. Don't let that 2019 Evo shit fool you. That just means it's like warmed over. Hi. Hi to my family upstairs. Oh wait, there's nobody here but me yet. There's people coming. So I'm doing this race car. And I'm getting in here. So yeah, update. So we're going to get the Nanchen M stub for this direct drive. And like I said, I was going to change it like right away so I could use all the other wheels and have more fun with it. Rather than just use this. This is my wheel, actually. And I never use this wheel. And I will not use the, whatchamacallit, I guess I could get his wheel out and start using that shit. Where is it? I don't even know where it is. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, this is my wheel. I've never used this wheel. This wheel got like replaced for, you know, like warranty purposes because the finishes were coming off like after like touching it. I thought that was not appropriate, and they were like, "Oh, we're sorry you feel that way." So they replaced it a couple of times. All right, we just go. I'm tired already. This car has sports medium on it. Why does this car have sports medium on? Who did this to me? Oh man, I'm a club racer. Shit. Damn it. I think everyone else is on these tires, so screw it. You know what? I did it for rain. That's why. Well, I tell you, this low torque mode is not bad. I mean, I don't hear it whine. I can turn all the way over center really easy. I don't hear the power supply. Uh-oh. I'm gonna go around the BMW. It's kind of wandering. It needs to be recalibrated. Center's off. I'll hook it up to the computer a little bit later. Or I think I can do that in the game. Or not in the game, but like just right here. Around the AMG. Yeah, I don't care to run it in high torque mode until I get the M stub on it, because I don't think you should be. I don't think this connection method that they have currently on here is suitable for that high torque. It never has been suitable. It's always been the weak point. The other day, and I tried switching these wheels, it was like pretty clear that like the whole misnomer of quick release, at least that part being wrong. No more or less arrow than that piece of crap in front of me. With a dinner table on the back of that M3. The car right next to me still. Pulling alongside of me. Mate, are we gonna get argy-bargy? For real? We're gonna do that? Alright. You know, they call the Glen the Ian. They call this place the Aaron. And the Aaron calls it Barca-Lounger because he's comfortable here. Listening to my stream from yesterday too. Background. That was not good. That was gonna cost me. Uh-oh. Excited about yesterday. One of those tracks I think I was going to get a win on iRacing in a sports car, and then all of a sudden my shifter stopped working. This, I know all the tracks that it happened on. Road America was one of them. Road America was just like a really good finish. It was like a podium or something like that. That one is actually really memorable because it was the day that we realized that if we could get the steering wheel off real quick. Remember the whole thing I was just talking about, quick release? You could get the steering wheel off really quick, disconnect it, reconnect it to the base, it would reestablish the shifters. That's why I was willing to send Tim, you know, the stub that I had because I wasn't using it. So he would be able to at least have that. Be able to, like, you know, remove the quick release. So I sent him an M stub and a QR2. So he could upgrade his wheelbase because it was more important. Whoa! Alright, we're up to 5 seconds now. It's, whoa! So yeah, this center is off. So I gotta, like, use the center again. I don't think it's the car or the game. It's definitely just off center. Yeah, I like it in low torque mode. I think it'll be fine when we put the torque key back in, and then we'll do maybe like make the force to like 40. We can start there and like, you know, maybe go down a little bit more, and it might be even better. We're up to 8 seconds now. Hey, I made this corner. Shit. That was a first. Oh man, I'm like making corners and shit, dude. They're in trouble. Oh no, I missed one. Little curb action there. I would have got turned if I was in traffic. Like if you're doing an American, not American Montros, it's the SRO race or whatever they call it on iRacing, like the Simgear series or the GT3 specific big series. You're in heavy traffic, you are gone. You're going to be lucky to have a rear wing and bumper in that situation. Like at worst, someone clips, like you get a little loose like that, and then you get like bumped, like right in the rear wheel. And then you like, your steering is like off by a lot, a real lot. Woo! We're up to 11 seconds now. This is a cool car because you used to be able to get this car as like a die cast from Tamiya, and it would come with, you know, your high-end game like package when you know, pre-ordered it from Sony. I have one of them. I don't know which one. I think I have the GTR. I would like to have one of the other ones, but they were only available in the different markets and stuff. You can still buy the cars, I think, though. At least I know a place you can buy them. I'm losing time. Last one, best one, here we go. Push, give me push.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Come on, car. Let us work together. To the helicopter. Helicopter. I explained that joke to my wife and she's like, no. And I showed her what a helicopter was. She laughed. There, that would make recoil proud. See that? Perfect. Oh, not so much here, though. Fucking shit the bed on this third last sector here. it's because I do one pedal driving all the time. All right, it says wheel center is calibrated. Did it 3 times. I didn't even see what the mileage was. Hopefully it's good. Sitting here talking about Tesla supercharger shit on my Gran Turismo live stream. Believe that? That was yesterday. I was not used to having this kind of like weird tire situation here. I wonder why else I had done that. It had to have just been to conform to some reg or something like that. I have a couple other cars that are like that. They shouldn't be like that.
Kimmy's getting falling in the place, fuckers.
Kimmy, get out of the fucking way.
Don't shout there. Saying I went out of when I have a chance. I'm not going to lots of hardcore.
Mixing it up though still. So yeah, I definitely I want to do that now. Let me get the thing out. I'll just put it right in there. I think I know where it goes. So where are we going here? It's 4 strength. Or what? What the hell is this guy doing? Sorry, I made a mistake. I had to put the torque key back in and I turned down the 4 strength, 4 clicks. Because what was happening before is when I was doing this, it was kind of like the power supply was starting to like strain and whine a little bit and make a bunch of noise. And it wasn't very good feeling in like, you know, the responsiveness to the force feedback. So I turned it down a little bit. It's too strong. It's the default settings call for like 42, and I clicked it down to 38. Oh, you gotta pardon me for a second because I gotta go unplug the car.
Oh yeah, it's so easy, you can't believe it. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't go anywhere yesterday, but fuck, man. Like, you gotta charge these things at the right times of day, otherwise they charge you extra. So, like, if you charge during peak hours, like when everyone's running their air conditioning, boom, 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 that's when they get you. Otherwise, like, it's really nominal, the fees to, like, charge these things. You go into, like, the supercharger situation, like, it's like 42 cents a kilowatt hour or whatever. So, like, you go and, like, our whole trip, like, you know, to go across state, like, 3 hours and back is, like, $30. Like, you're spending, like, $100 if you're doing that in a gasoline vehicle right now. Sucks to be you. My shit's faster than a fucking Lamborghini. That thing did 0 to 56 at 2 Gs, basically, or 1.2 Gs in launch mode yesterday. It's got this whole, like, weird launch mode thing that I found. You gotta do it right. Like, you can turn it on into the weird sport mode, but if you don't, like, figure out how to, like, actually, like, arm it and, like, do the launch, it won't, like, do it. It's flipping insane. It's supposed to record the footage, too, but it didn't. I had to figure that out. That's something I need a co-pilot for anyway, because, like, you want to check those statistics. Me and the Wolf Girl, we would try and do the Model 3 time or whatever, because it's supposed to be a little bit faster than the Model Y that we had. And I wanted to test that out. The wife would never come out and race me, which sucks, but it wouldn't be accurate anyway, because she's got a bunch of crap in her car, or in that car. I keep my car, like, super clean and minimally occupied, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'd almost not know someone actually rides in the thing, you know what I mean? You think it's like a demo or some shit. I like hiding everything and making it look like nothing's in there, because, like, I used to work in the ghetto, and, like, if people walk by and see your car's full of stuff, they're gonna want to see what you got in there. You know what I mean? If they walk by there and there ain't shit in there, they're gonna be like, that ain't even worth nothing. They're gonna break your window for nothing. And fucking leave the door unlocked, for fuck's sake. Let them go in there and look. Man, I had this really sweet van. And like I said, I kept nothing in it. There's nothing visible, nothing in it, nothing nowhere. I think there was like a cord or something like that in like the ashtray or something stupid. Or there was coins in the ashtray. Motherfucker came and broke a $200 window for fucking $1 worth of change. And it was like a classic van, you know what I mean? So I had to go I couldn't just go and buy the part. I had to go find it in the fucking junkyard. You know what I'm saying? And then remove it myself, the pricks. Dad tips. We did get the windows tinted on the new car, so that's cool. The window tints, like, you know, also kind of deter people, because, like, they don't know if you're in there pointing a gun at the motherfucker, shoot him in the face. Or as soon as they open the door, you get them with the knife kill. Fuck, you got a sword in your Tesla waiting for some fucker to try and shoot you at the supercharger. That just happened in Twin Falls, Idaho, man. The guy, like, went nuts. He started shooting at the people in the drive-thru. And then he was in a gunfight, and then he ran, like, and he went up to the supercharger, and people were sitting in the supercharger, like, watching a movie on Netflix or some shit on their little TV, rather than being in the store shopping or doing something more productive or getting some goddamn exercise, you lazy fucks. They got shot. I think that terrified my daughter and my wife, because my wife sent me the footage and the imagery right away, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's a good thing we go into the store as soon as we plug the fucker in, right? Because, like, I immediately bolt from the car as soon as you plug it in. I don't want to be in that thing. I've been in it for 2 hours at that point. You know what I mean? Staring at the road. I want to go look at something else, man. They don't know nothing about traveling. I tell you, man. My brother and I have been everywhere in between the coasts of this country at least a half a dozen times. Like 100 times between the two of us. Hundreds of times between the two of us. Because he did it longer than I did, and I did it a pretty long time. And he's been overseas too, so he's he's done a lot more, bigger, venues and tours than I have. I did a big festival thing. That was my thing. That was a long time ago. That was called Tattoo the Earth. It was a thing that a band called Slipknot developed and headlined. Why so late? We're almost done anyway. Boom! 45 minutes. Killing it. So yeah, we've traveled all over the place. We've been there, we've done that. Oh, that was the rallycross track. They had that here on this game, I think. I thought. Didn't they add those? Or not yet? Or they're not going to. They have it there. Don't you remember when they promised us this was going to be open world? I think the trick with that is like it was going to be open world only if you bought a Nissan GTR and then incorporated the track editor on like Gran Turismo 5 or 6, I forget which one it was. So I'm terrified that this centering issue has to do with that little optical sensor thing being like kind of wonky. Like I said, it's basically the consistency of like a clear like Lego, like a translucent Lego like that you can see through or whatever. It's kind of shaped like a cone, like at the bottom, and then it's got a cylinder at the top. And that cylinder focuses like an infrared signal, to the other side of the quick release. So like the actual data is transmitted through that signal. So like, actually the thing that I did that I dropped, I can tell you what I dropped actually. It's like, that's not what's causing the sticky circle button that I'm describing. That's probably just the buttons that they use in this thing. It's a shitty wheel, just outright. This button complex and this wheel complex, like it's the same thing as, the PBME. They're just not very good buttons. Like I think you can replace them with better buttons if you tried really hard, but that's also not worth it. Oh, it's over. But it could just be like a new feature where like they low power mode the wheel until you touch it. You know what I mean? So you got to like wake the wheel kind of thing. So like, I'm not really alarmed. Like I'm more alarmed that like, I'm not really alarmed at anything right now. I think it's going to be fine for the most part. Like I'm nervous like when the quick release comes. That would be like the only thing that has me a little nervous because it's Simube, you know what I mean? Anything can happen when you got China involved, right? Look at the story of sim racing from like, the pandemic to now and stuff like that. Like, Chinese manufacturing sectors, man, they were strained to the limit. What do we got here? Car 800. 10 laps. I guess I'm gonna do it all today, man. I got a race tomorrow and might as well, right? Well, I don't know what else to do for 6 miles. I don't want to do that stupid, what's the one car or whatever, the Red Bull car time trial. I have no interest in driving that car, man. That car sucks so bad. I hate those cars. They're terrible. That's why I love you. Fuck it, let's do it all. I gotta test this theory out anyway. You think there's a Bushido Rex? I think there's probably a Bushido Rex. These guys actually run a Corvette now in the United States. Dragon Speed, which is kind of cool. I don't have the stuff for this. I know I have the stuff for this. I'm just gonna run this one. Yeah, we're good. Not like it's gonna rain or anything, but let's just get it, not get it twisted. We want to make sure that we're covered. Last one, best one, Sensei. So, all right. So the key thing here we're looking for is my power supply is right down here. And like when I had it at stock default settings, like all this time since we've put this thing back together, it's been whining and pissing and moaning down there. Ooh, that other one is plugged in. I gotta unplug it. Fuck. Here, excuse me for a second while I'm sitting here. I have two of these things, and I tried to, like, you know, do some testing and stuff like that. And I wanted to get a picture of them both turned on, and I wanted to turn the one on because I wanted to. Uh-oh, drop something. I wanted to get to see what it looked like when you turned it on. Because we hadn't seen it turned on in like half a decade. So we needed to make sure that it did the same thing that the one that was normal did, and so on and so forth. So I had that one plugged in for a couple of days. This one's been plugged in for a couple of days too. I mean, this is on the DD. I should put this on the big French rig, but that's upstairs. I'm not taking that thing back down here. I want someone to buy that. I need to put that thing together as a complete rig now and say, hey, $2 grand, fully running 20 Newton meter, you know, rig. Here's, you know, the quick releases here too. You can have any one of these fucking steering wheels. Take your pick. Take them all. Fuck do I care? I can only use one at a time, you know? Alright. Let's take this Japanese pig to the front. Let's keep it there. Remember, we're on high torque mode again. And I just turned down the force feedback a little bit. Oh man, it's fucking forceful. Might turn it down more. Might turn it down to 35. I can low speed turn it better. Like a lot better. It needs to be at 35 though. Woohoo! There's so many reasons to have a direct drive wheel if you don't have one yet. Other than they're dirt cheap, you can get them anywhere. You can buy them refurbished, you can buy new ones. You can get any brand you want now. The drive hub still works. So if you want to use your like Simgear.club, you probably can. Whoa. Or your VRS wheel. There's other products out there too. There's this thing called the Keymander, which will turn any controller into any controller, I guess, is from what I understand from the product description. I hear the power supply. Or maybe that's the car turbo, I don't know. This is a really good feel though. I mean, better than before. Just 2 clicks down. That's why I know it's going to be 2 more. Going to be an even 35. Whoa. Yup, 35. Oh, that's a big curve. Be able to see underneath this Toyota there. Get my S back together. Oh, they're leaning on me. Yes. Turn down more. look at that BMW. I don't have that car. Don't think. Maybe I have two. I don't know. Ah, fart. I don't know where I am. Alright. Well, I don't know why. Yeah, that's the same as turn 1, but that ain't turn 1. Got suckered into going in a little too hot. Bargy, bargy. It feels way better, so I'm definitely into turning it down a little bit more. You can actually feel the curves when you drive over them now. That's direct drive 101. If you can't feel a lot of stuff, and all you feel is force, you have it too high. Supposed to be like, you know, so you have a bunch of fidelity. If you have none, then you're doing it wrong. Start over. So wide there, I don't know why. Oh man, this is good. Super pleased. Good test. Good test. If this thing catch fires right now, I would be mad because like this would be a good, like this is good progress. I usually just run these things at default, but like, you know, Gran Turismo has changed a lot since this thing has come out, you know what I mean? This is 2019 like technology. Gran Turismo is like 2009 technology, but they've been able to like add some, you know, new accesses to like their platform because they've got more code that they can write in. The different, you know, the hardware's changed so much. Playing this Gran Turismo to me feels like, you know, playing Gran Turismo like back in the day on some Logitech gear drive shit for the most part, you know, with the settings and everything like that, and the products were, you know, commensurate and complement each other. Now, like I'm saying, it's, like I was saying earlier, it's kind of like the Wild West, but, you know, there's so many options, and, you know, as long as you know, always go down, never go up, you know what I mean? Because, like, you've got good settings, you know what I mean? Like I always say, get the biggest motor you can afford, but turn it way down, you know what I mean? So it feels the way you like it. That's how I started the Simgear thing. The Simgear that I have over there, it's a 25 Newton meter motor. I run it at 15. I tried running Dan Suzuki settings, and that's when I realized he's fucking with us. Like all those guys that like are on there, like they put out these settings, like either somebody like puts out settings in their name and they're not right, and like, or they want you to go and like, they're doing it on purpose as like a point of like contact, you know what I'm saying? Because like you try them and then you get so mad, you join their Discord and you start talking to them, and then like you're on their live streams, you know what I'm saying? Like that is like a legitimate like content creator tactic, you know what I mean? To put a misleading photograph, you know, it's called clickbait. I get messaging all the time from these platforms that I put this content out on about how to do that. I actually, not necessarily mislead, but like, you know, be interesting, you know what I mean? And like, you know, that you're screenshotting, and you know what I mean? Like, show off what you're doing, you know, in your chat, in your community, and like, you know, put out shorts, you know what I'm saying? They're always coming up with some kind of new BS like method to constant, you know, contact people. I don't like that. I want you to like, I want you to subscribe. Please thumbs up. But like, if you subscribe, uncheck the bell, because like I don't want to send you emails when you're, you know, sleeping. Okay? I don't want to send your phone notifications when you're taking a dump. You know, I want to hang out with you and like race the car and stuff like that, and like talk about cars, but like I don't want to annoy you. I'd like to engage with you. It's fine. Engagement is awesome. That's why we do it. Everybody does it, you know. You don't be a ham radio operator in the basement to talk to nobody or to the wall, you know what I'm saying? That's counterintuitive. You don't need the ham radio for that. Yeah, this is good. I just gotta turn it down a little bit. I wish I could get it turned down, like right now. But I don't want to stop. That's my third place that I need right there. These tires are starting to get long in the tooth, man. Woo! Well, I'm taking a Fraga down. Fraga, Fraga, Fraga. Ready. Cargo good. Cargo fast. Yeah, so default settings, torque key in, turn the force strength from 42 to 38. Start turning it down from there. I think I'm going to end up at 35. Because it's not really screaming the power supply, and the fidelity, like, over the center point, like when you're turning into these corners, is so good right now. And it can only get a little tiny bit better with 2 clicks. 38 to 35 would be like nothing, like, you know, but good. Because it's really good right now, man. Like, I feel bumps in the road and stuff like that. I don't feel just pull. Woo! I love this track. I'd love to go here in real life. I don't know why. I mean, it's got just a good, like, looking vibe to it. I bet it's total garbage, like, around, like, Vegas. You know how, like, the Vegas hotels look sweet, and then you get there, and it's, like, the ghetto. Trash everywhere. Fountains closed for maintenance. Whoa, I'm on the wrong side of the track. Easy, Tiger. See all these cool LED lights, man, freaking you out. Woo! I am not stopping. I need this car to pit. I'm taking this one to the... Oh, I see him. Oh, I'm getting him. So I found that when you want to shift faster, doing this Gran Turismo thing, now that they changed the shifting, if you blip, like, you know, if you blip the downshifts, you can also overcome, like, that shifting a little bit. You know, that it's not like a bug. They just don't want you to, they want you to blip, obviously. I didn't know that until now. Maybe I didn't read the change notes, but I'm just learning now that, like, if you're coming into a braking zone and you want to really get down into it fast, you got to start blipping. Can't believe that car's not pitting. Wish I had nitrous right now. Ah, I'm off. That's not helpful. Ah! If not for all my mistakes. Oh man, I threw it away. Cheated all the way and threw it away. Shucks.
Yeah.
Alright, here. Yes, 4 strength at 35 is probably perfect where you want to be. Dude! Couldn't believe I couldn't catch him. I was close. If I would have made those mistakes that I made, I would have caught him for sure. Watch, I'm going to get 5,000 credits again like I did yesterday. Bricks. Bricks. This was good today. And like the testing that we did, like I said, we started off in low torque mode with the default settings. It was too loose, it was too soft. So I put the torque key back in, and then I turned it down to 38. Or no, I turned it down to 40 and then 38, and now 35, I think is the final, is where we're going to be. We'll test that. I'll just do like a lap or something somewhere and see what it feels like after this replay. But that's real cool. I like that a lot. And I like the way it feels. Oh, that's feeling scared. Sorry. Oh. So yeah, that's it. Tomorrow, NIS. That would be the iRacing NASCAR C-Class event. We do the Open. Well, I crew chief my teammate as he races the Open. We do Thursdays and Sundays because that's his European time slot. Some of our American competitors do every single slot because we've got a 4.5% unemployment rate for the last 6 months. That means nobody is claiming unemployment anymore, but like maybe like 15% unemployment going on right now, but just only 4% can report because everyone else is off past their benefits time limit. That's kind of how that works. There's no telling the way that they want to like skew the numbers now, so there's no wonder the dudes that should be hanging out with their wives or at work at 3 in the afternoon are racing on Thursday. I'm a stay-at-home dad, so that's why I'm doing it. All you other jokers need to find a 12-step book and read it. Man, that dog's gonna be rolling around here sooner or later. I'm waiting to hear her like click, 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 click. She usually likes to wait. She likes to go outside and like, you know, walk around a little bit, sniff, take a whiz, eat breakfast, and then, you know, come out maybe an hour or two later and take a dump. It really depends. Sometimes she likes to take a dump for me. Sometimes she likes to take a dump for my wife. You know, it's really one of those things that you can never tell. I'd like to thank everybody for checking in. I think I'm YouTube strong today. But if you're on the YouTube and you care to see us on Twitch, you can do it that way. And vice versa. For Twitch, if you need to see us horizontally or vertically, you're gonna have to look and pick accordingly. I believe we're vertical on YouTube and we're horizontal on Twitch. It's typically how we do this. And on Twitch, if you're on Twitch, I have all these flipping commands that you've been seeing come through chat to make things. That if you're, you know, a follower, I hate using that word, but if you follow the channel and you type those commands into chat, you can interact with the chat with all those cool F1 things and stuff like that. You know, they're a whole lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it's so easy, you can't believe it. No, it wasn't.
My brother helped me set all that stuff up a long time ago. It's kind of hard to pay attention to it when you're doing iRacing because that requires a different level of focus than this. But hey, you know, fun is fun, right? like I said, like, subscribe, follow us. I make cool t-shirts. And if you like Fanatec stuff for this, it's pretty good. I can only imagine the new Full Force stuff works really good on iRacing too. My one partner said that he described it as a low-grade, like, fuzz. But I think I felt it was a little bit more than that. Maybe it's because I run it on a ricketier rig. Like, because he uses, oh wow, that's a weird color. He uses base shakers, paddocks and stuff like that. So, like, any kind of stuff like that, I guess it probably would feel like that. Because he's used to something more substantial, I guess. Like when you're using a base shaker or a transducer or whatever they're called, they're a much different feel. I believe he uses one under his seat, which, you know, like if you're getting it in your hands, it kind of like, you know, yeah, I guess it would feel like, you know, a joy buzzer, I guess, would be the best way to describe it. A joy buzzer to you know, kick in the ass, or a taser. Joy buzzer versus a taser. Probably a good, accurate comparison. Oh no! See, if I could control those offs, I would have made it to the front. Past second place. Even though the requirement is third and I've already done it. That car in the front didn't pit. I think maybe, yeah, I don't know. How do you overcome that? You just got to have a faster car and not, drive off track into Vipers. That's a command on Twitch. I would really like that thing to show up, because I would like to stop using this wheel, that's for sure. I could probably switch back to this McLaren wheel, but I don't like using that wheel either. Like, that wheel shifts funny. Like, that's a desk piece, man. I'm so glad that I have that thing for that reason. I'm glad we didn't lose that or break it. Some people broke those. That's a breakable wheel. Homeboy on our Discord broke that. I swear to you, I got a picture of it somewhere. I think I pinned it. But yeah, he was playing, and it just went BOMP! Flat out, outright. I think it came with his wheel. I don't know if it was his already or if it came with it. I immediately just chimed in, was like, dude, right there, you got a project. You can use that board and, like, put it in something else and, like, have something epic for your place, for your DD1 for, like, PlayStation or whatever, because you got the DD1. So when I finally put this thing together, this is why I had both of these things plugged in. I had thought that this wheelbase was, they gave me parts for the DD1 and not the DD1 for PS4, so there was no authentication chip. So when I finally got it all plugged up and then ran through, that's why the very end of my YouTube video on there is, oh hey look, it is a PS5, PS4 model. Because I thought, like, all the way up to the very end where I had to run downstairs and put a new OLED in it after I put it all together, because I knew it was working again, because it started to recognize the firmware and software changes and stuff like that, which, you know, I just had to roll it back to, like, an older one, and then I was able to get it back to 474. Like, it's totally, completely, 100% up to date now. It is the most current firmware. It's the most current DD1 for PS4 you can have now. But except for the quick release, so it just needs the quick release and then we'll be set. And like I said, that's coming. I don't know, double check here. Yeah, here, let me post the video. I really should post the video. They're so clueless, man. I just can't even tell you how, like, so freaking clueless, man. Yes, please watch this. That's a video, hold on a second, I'll be right back. That's a video showing the rehab, just a quick short. I took a lot of pictures and I did a video of the entire process. I just haven't been able to edit it out yet. I may never edit it out because it's not worth, like, it's not worth going into total detail of what happened and how long this took. But it does, you know, require a constant reminder of who you're dealing with, like when you're buying these types of products, and the fact that they're basically unregulated, other than whether or not you regulate them. And they'll use any excuse to not fulfill the requirement, or not the requirement, but like, you know, their end of the bargain. You pay up front, you know what I mean, they send you the stuff, but once it goes wrong, tell you, it's all bets are off if it goes wrong. Anything can happen. They had 3 accounts, and they handle each different account differently with a different approach. My device, they replaced 7 times. Like, you know, they replaced this wheel 3 times. They replaced this wheelbase 4 times. That's 7 replacements on 1 account. My wife's account, no problem whatsoever. My brother's account, for some reason, complete total denial. My wheelbase was out of warranty too. So there was no reason for us to think otherwise, that they were just going to take care of it because, like, you know, we're good customers. And like, I tried to explain that to them 6 ways from Sunday. I tried to explain that to the sales staff at the sales meeting and the affiliate call. That's how I got to this point, because they knew that doing the right thing by us would be right. But for some reason, they just decided to, like, go south on that again, because, like, we got to a point where they were going to, like, you know, repair it for us, but they said, hey, bear with us, we're trying to establish a repair program. And then time went by. I sent a couple of emails to say, hey, what's going on? You know, why don't we just replace this and blah, blah, blah. Then I sent some more emails, and it's always like, it's our fault still, you know what I'm saying, that this thing broke. It goes right back to that. They think time goes by and say, well, it's just been this long, it must be you. No, dude. It's the fact that if the person uses it enough, it fails. My brother used his product 1/3 of the time that I used mine, which meant it never failed on him until the point where he got up to the time limit or whatever, or the usage limit, and it failed, period. Outright, end of story. I've got the data to prove it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the time frame that, you know, he used his, the time frame I was able to use mine, and how many times mine got replaced, because every time I hit a certain time limit, like a month or 2 of use, and I use mine every day for like 2-3 hours a day, versus him using his like once a week for like an hour or 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not an idiot. I charted this stuff. I had one of the big 3 buy back a car from me. You know what I mean? You know how hard that is? They didn't want to do it. I made them do it. It took 2 years, but I made them do it. It's even easier than ever now with AI, because, like, you know, you can get, like, I've just learned this recently too, I can get as mad as I want, you know what I mean, and start talking like a crazy person to, like, the microphone, and then I can hit the AI button, get my point across, and have it not sound crazy. Which, go figure, you know, that is a, you know, it basically takes everything that I said and just makes me sound like, you know, I know what I'm talking about. which I do. It just, disseminating that information is infuriated as you are in a situation with customer service agents that are basically like talking to a brick wall, which might as well be AI agents, which I think they are, to be honest with you, because like the way that they, interact with you and like just like absorb information, like it's just crazy. And then like they'll spout off some stuff and say two things that like are contradictory to each other in the same sentence. And like I have the emails, I have the receipts. And that's what I told the guy. I was like, this could have been like totally awesome, and I could be talking about how awesome like the direct drive, feeling is and the full force, effects of the DD Plus. If they would have just sent me a refurbished Gran Turismo, enabled, DD Plus wheel or Club Sport DD, whatever the crap it is that replaced this motor, you know what I mean, and just have it be done. Instead, they made me do all that stuff. So like I said, I'll chronicle it, you know what I mean, and I won't be happy about it, and that's it. And you won't be able to take that experience away, and like, it was your experience that you wanted me to have, not the experience I wanted to have with your products. So instead of talking about the coolness of like these things that you've done over the years, I gotta talk about what it took to get there, and my part in it. It almost broke me. I'm glad like I finally got it working or whatever, because if I would have never got this working, it would have totally ruined my experience, like, you know what I'm saying, like on the whole. If this would have never been like a closed book, that had one point, a starting point and an end point, I don't know where I would end up. Because getting those emails from their customer service, like in the middle of the night, waking up to them, just about ruined every day of my life that it happened. It's just like a terrible thing to like have an investment like this go south, you know what I mean, and then have, it go right one way and then wrong the other way. You know what I'm saying? Like it did. There's two last names that are the same. The only difference on the accounts are the first name. Like, why would you not recognize that you're dealing with the same person? I don't get it. So anyway, I ended telling them, you guys should really start working with like, say like a cell phone or like, Best Buy. Like they have an insurance program that you can buy into. It's put together by a company called Assurian. And then they have a system of stores, right? There's a company, it's called You Break, I Fix. It's a franchise for electronics repair and stuff like that. Train these places in how to fix these products because they're technicians that have the tools already and can take care of it. Then you have your repair program like you promised you were going to give me or have access to or have set up for me, and then decided you weren't going to do it. So, like I said, I have the receipts. I have all the conversations, and like I said, I'll be carefully sorting through it, you know what I'm saying? Because like I won't let like time transpire in the fact that you changed your company name or the holding company that owned you before, because your business practices remain, you know what I'm saying? And people, are aware of them already, you know what I mean? And like the first thing that comes up when you say Fanatec is like, oh man, they're great until something goes wrong. I hear it over and over and over and over and over and over again for the entirety of like the so-called career of being a Fanatec affiliate, which I've been fired from 4 times. All affiliates got fired 3 times. Me in particular 4. 2 extra times, I'm pretty sure.
Mayhem, I told you. Fucking like a book.
All right, I gotta do a quick lap to see how it feels with the 35. So let me do that, and then let's get our prizes.
Now back end out nicely here. Stay on the gas. Yeah, good. Beautiful.
Just gonna drive it just like this. Except at night, because I like it at night. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can don't know the rest of the song. At least I'm honest, okay? I'm not gonna bullshit you. Maybe a little bit. Not much. All right, so what we did here is we did a downturn of 3 clicks because I think it's just going to be so much better at 35, and if it's not, I'm going to stop and I'm going to turn it back up incrementally. And that's in the force strength of the settings. Whee! Yeah, dude. Yeah. You can feel every serration of the curve as you go over it. You're not going to get full forcing out of your DD1 for PS4, but you don't need to get rid of it if it's still working. Just turn it way down. Yes, this is awesome. Yes! You've done it, man! Brilliant! If there's anyone in the Twitch chat, do !Lucky. Lucky. I'll get to it eventually. 'Cause this is fucking good. Oh yeah, this is so good. On the default settings with the torque key in, I can't even turn that over center through that corner. No matter how slow I'm going. The tire's so fat and so sticky. Oh yeah, this is good. This is so good. You should get it to the point where you can feel driving over the rubber. Like when you're doing like, when I have my GTDD Pro on and the full forcing on, I need to turn the power down on that because like I'm pretty sure you'll feel the rubber as you drive over it. Hey Moza, if you're watching, send me your PlayStation base. I'll help you test it. You gotta send me a PlayStation 5 though too, sorry. Because I'm only doing PlayStation 4 still. That's baller. That's legit baller. What did I do? Did I hit the wrong button? I did. So anyway, get out of here. There's no replay. There's no replay to watch. So yeah, so we started off with, you know, default settings. Yesterday was default settings with the torque key. Today it's default settings, no torque key. Then I decided, oh, that's too soft. So I put torque key back in and I've turned down. First I started 2 clicks. Then I went 2 more clicks. And then I went 3 more clicks down to 35. And I think it feels just about in the sweet spot for what you need for this game anyway. Like anything more would be just kind of overkill and like it shakes too hard. And, you know, I just don't think it's counterintuitive to be stronger. Like I've said for a long time, you know, whatever direct drive motor you get the biggest one you can afford and turn it, you know, down, turn it way down and just turn it up a little bit at a time till it gets to where you like it and it doesn't overpower you and stuff like that. Because like a lot of times, like I had tried default settings on that and it just overpowered me consistently, overpowered me. This thing overpowers itself. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like originally with this original quick release, the QR1 they call it, is a terrible, terrible, terrible device, a terrible design. And the game like sends out the force feedback, and then it starts going like this, and it starts arcing inside the connector. And then like it starts sending those signals to and fro with that infrared, and it starts interrupting them and stuff like that because it's getting like signal interruption for power. Next thing you know, it doesn't know where the positioning sensor is, and then all of a sudden your shit starts spinning around, and you can see it on my Twitch channel. Some of my earliest clips were about that, and some of the other problems that, like, you know, like everything has nowadays, because it's our beta life, you know what I mean? Everybody's doing the beta thing, you know. Co-streamers wanted, let's make the World Series Round 2 great. You guys can go ahead and suggest me to them, and if they contact me, I'll do it. Other than that, they can... I got something in the parking lot I found for them. I keep it in my pocket. I'll show it to you if you really want me to, but probably don't. All right, let's get our prizes. Money, money, money. Money, 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 and a free spin. Oh, you can see my face for that. Here's me face, mate. All right, 100. We'll save the suspense for last. 200. 500,000. Almost 1 million credits. That sucks, actually. That I gotta do all that for 1 million credits. You believe that? All right. Close your eyes. Cross your fingers and your toes and hope they don't screw me. Clutch your pearls, honey. We're going into the parking lot. See if we get Bruce Wayne. Make our daughter Batgirl. Oh my god, that's the least amount of money I've seen yet. I would have rather had the money. So, here's what we're going to do now. We're going to go see if this is worth more or less than the money that was on the table that they were offering. Sound like fun? Let's go see. Off to the used car lot. Be the last thing we'll do. Oh, it's gonna be mayhem like a book. I bet you it's worth, go ahead and type into chat if you think it's worth more or less than 10,000. If you think it's less than 10,000, type 0. If you think it's more than 10,000, type 1. My guess is it's just under 10,000. If I'm lucky, actually. It's just under 10,000. It might be a lot under 10,000. Where is it? By variation descending order. What does that mean? I want to sell both of my Model 3s in this game because I don't have one anymore. Oh, see, I got a Megane R4. Look at that. That car was so controversial when it came out on Gran Turismo Sport. It infuriated me because, like, I swear to you, I thought that thing was a goddamn Formula 1 car or a Formula 4 car with a body on it. From the minute I saw it go around the track one time, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I can't believe they have that car in competition. Against all us normal cars. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, at that point, everything was like a road car, like this. You know what I mean? Like, with a little deck spoiler on it. You know, here, Mustang with a deck spoiler. And then you get that thing, dude. The rear engine, rear drive, like, super slick through the air, you know, Renault. Is power to weight ratio and the grip that thing, you know, made with that aero package is pretty, you know, was intense. I could never catch them. But I was, like I said, I was running a conventional car, you know. Because, like, if you chose that car, you would have to run that. You know, that's the other side. If you're doing manufacturer cup, you would have to run the Renault GT3. And that thing sucks. The RS3 or whatever it calls, that thing's the worst. You get the best GR4, but the worst GT3. Did I miss it? Are you kidding? Where is it? I do this all the time. You gotta help me find that yellow pill. Just look for the yellow pill. It's all I can really see anyways, the yellow pill. I'm blind. Wife is home. It's time to go. Come on. Perfectly planned and timed. Let's go. Where's the stupid car? Time to sing. I don't see it. I'm blinded by the colors already. I might be having a seizure and I don't know it. It's definitely bright in here. Where is it? Did I pass it already again? There it is. Oh, it's 11,000. Lucky me. It's over 10,000 credits. Oh, I win. I actually did better than what was on the table. Lucky, lucky me. But really?
Yeah.
Get that thing out of here. Well, folks. Daytime. Time to go live. Time to go live life outside. Maybe the yard, maybe something else. Oh, but whatever it is, it ain't gonna be here. Hopefully you enjoyed this programming, and you can come back again sometime. Oh God. Dog is up. She's up crazy. Going down now. Woo! Well, I don't know where all you people came from, but I'm glad you came. It'll be good for business, of course. I hope you buy a t-shirt, because like that's like my life's work. I like t-shirts and I like racing cars. I used to do t-shirts and I used to race little cars, and now I race electric digital cars. I think they're similar in a lot of respects, and they're not in a lot of respects. These devices are a lot like the RC car motors I used to use, so they don't scare me. I've always kind of, you know, wanted to get into them immediately. After having it taken apart, like seen in that video there, if you go back to that link, you'll see that, you know, I ain't scared. You see some of my RC cars. Man, I did an RC dragster. I built it. Went out there. The very first time I raced it, I started winning money. I made a 132-foot, you know, dragster, you know what I mean, 110 scale RC dragster. Do 100, like, scale, like, 100 and, like, I forget, I got the time slip. You know what I mean? Like, I know what I'm doing, is basically what I'm trying to say. So, the people from Fanatec to try and, like, you know, do what they did, like, I'm sure it works on some people, you know what I'm saying? That are, like, you know. They almost, like I said, it almost happened, but it didn't. So, better luck next time. Have fun working with Hecky and his customers. Who's that dude? Oh, they like Spanish people, Fanatec nowadays. They've always liked Spanish people, actually. Someone goes nuts on the customer service and like is hot-blooded from the start, or just hot. You know what I mean? They can easily just discredit you and like say this guy's nuts. I've had it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I had who was it? Grid Engineering call to say they were gonna call Interpol on me, for fuck's sake. Because like I was pissed that they sent me 3 rigs with profiles scratched up and down the board. Like, I mean, come on, man. Dude, don't try and, like, victimize your customers anymore. Everybody. You know what I mean? If you do it and you want to do it right, you got to do it right from start to finish. If you want to have a quality, high-end product, your customer service has to be high-end, quality product, too. You know, they probably spend their budgets, do you know what I mean, their scale budgets on like R&D, and then like if something goes wrong, they've got nothing left, you know what I mean? So that's why you got to push the day one patch, you know, and then everyone that put all that money up front for the first product crowdfunds the product that works, and then, you know, when that product breaks, they say, oh, well, the new one's cheaper, why don't you just buy a new one? Or here, we'll give you a discount on a new one. My brother and I bought this one for $1,000, $995, plus a set of pedals, which is $200, plus shipping, times 2. Like damn near almost $3,000. You know, maybe more like $2,500 out the door with taxes. I think I have the receipt. It was $26 if I remember correctly. If it blows up the day after the warranty expires, do the right thing. For if it's a month after, if it's 10 months after, if it's 2 years after, if I'm the original purchaser of the device, stand by the product. Don't try and keep it to refurbish, to resell, to try and